I want you to think about this for a second. Imagine that you found the perfect agency for your newborn adoption that fits within your budget. You happily pay them, and you're now waiting for that fateful call when you hear you've been matched. Now imagine 2.5 years go by and you still haven't gotten that call. What would you do? This is an incredible story about how maintaining hope can make all of the difference in your adoption journey. Now, I've mentioned this before, but this whole channel is dedicated to adoption, foster care, and advocacy for vulnerable children. So a small thing you could do to help me out is hit that like button so that more people can see this video in the algorithm. All right, meet Matthew and Kinsey. When I met Kinsey and Matthew over a year ago, they were wanting to bring a new child into their family. So they already had 2 biological children, and they wanted to bring a 3rd child into their family through adoption. So they started working with this Colorado agency. Now, like most families who are starting out with their adoption process, it's really reasonable to want to find a professional that's going to work within your budget. And so that's exactly what Matthew and Kinsey did.
We had done a lot of research trying to find agencies that were budget friendly because, my husband and I don't make oodles of money, and adoption out there is just extremely pricey. We were lucky to find an agency in Colorado that accepted us for the amount of time that we were married, as well as basing the money aspect off our taxes.
So after Kinsey and Matthew started working with this Colorado agency, they quickly realized that even though it was an agency that worked with the budget, that it may not have been the best choice for them after all.
But the problem is that the Colorado agency was so small and only had the capability of working within Colorado. But the availability of moms that were coming to their agency was very small. So we didn't even have a chance to meet with a birth mother, or, they weren't choosing our profile. And so we were kind of coming up with these roadblocks, and we had been with them for about 2 years. And just struggling because we were never, we were hearing from them maybe once every 6 months.
Families starting out on their adoption journey, especially wanting to adopt a newborn, often look for professionals who are going to work with their budget, which is completely reasonable. But one of the things is that may actually end up hurting those families in the long run, because sometimes, in an effort to not spend a lot of money, as they deposit money with an agency who works with their budget, once that agency is actually not meeting their needs, then they start looking for other professionals who may work better for them and have now just lost that money that they deposited with the previous agency. So sometimes it's a great idea to find a professional that works with your budget, but sometimes it hurts you in the long run. And this is exactly what happened with Kinsey and her husband. And so after 2.5 years of waiting, hoping that they're going to adapt for this Colorado agency, they decided that it was time to try something different. And so they started looking at different options, and that's how I met Kinsey and Matthew.
If you are not going anywhere, what are your other options? And I think being a part of your program, we were able to see what other options were out there. Whereas when you're in an agency, you're just kind of in this bubble and you don't hear anything else.
So how did they go from being stuck for 2.5 years, waiting and waiting with no hope of actually adopting, to bringing their new baby girl home within 12 months? Well, that's when Kinsey and Matthew joined the Adoption Success Accelerator program and started working with me, and we laid out their options.
The Adoption Accelerator program really helped us understand different types of adoption, where to start looking, how to market ourselves, how to communicate with other people. But we found that your program helped us start communicating of what we wanted our adoption to look like.
And pretty quickly, Kinsey and Matthew chose the best path for their family to move forward, and you will not believe what happened next.
So we hired the marketing professional, I want to say end of June, early July. Within a week of posting on our Facebook and posting on Facebook groups, adoption groups, we had actually had a conversation with a birth mother. And we hadn't had that ever. And so really like a month, which is crazy to me that, we went 2.5 years, even a little bit longer than that, with nothing, no conversations, no anything, to being able to have within a month of our paperwork being live, having a conversation with a birth mom.
And so you have a baby home now, right?
Yes. She was born November 9th.
Pretty incredible, right? Kinsey and Matthew went from 2.5 years of nothing to within 12 months bringing their baby girl home after joining the Adoption Success Accelerator program. So if you are there right now in the same situation that Matthew and Kinsey were, you've already spent money with this agency and you really don't want to part with more money because you're unsure whether the next thing you're thinking of might work and actually help you move forward in your adoption journey, here's Kinsey's advice to you.
We were hesitant initially because, every avenue that you do with adoption does cost money. And that's the crummy part, which is unfortunate. But if you choose the right people and if you choose the right programs to, be a part of, it's worth every single penny to get that ultimate goal is to bring that child home to you. And I think, you really helped us get to that point, and we're extremely thankful for it.
Such a great ending, right? Kinsey and Matthew's story is really a story about not losing hope. So if you are in Matthew and Kinsey's situation right now, and you've already spent money with a professional and you haven't been going anywhere, and you don't know what to do next, well, I invite you to click the link below to watch a free training about how to grow your family successfully through adoption without losing any more time, money, or especially hope in the process. We're going to teach you the 3 crucial secrets that you need to know to adopt successfully and really get unstuck. So if that's you and you're interested, again, I invite you to click that link below to watch our free training, and I'll see you in there. Now, don't forget to click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and share this with your friends. And if you want more inspirational videos about clients that we have helped adopt successfully through the program, click this link right here to hear Allison's story about she adopted within 3 months of joining the program. All right, thanks for watching.